Well, it is a rainy day here in Florida. Um, Hope y'all had a great holiday. Today I'm bringing you something a little bit different because of the weather and stuff, but something I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's a review on a product that I'm pretty excited to try out. Product I initially had no interest in. Let's get into this. So right here in this vehicle, this is our 2021 Outlander Sport. Don't mind the dirt; it's pretty messy right now. But I've had a Rove dash cam for better part of a year and a half, 2 years, and it's been great. And then all of a sudden, the battery died, and it won't stay charged. And so every time you turn the car off and turn it back on, it resets the date, and it just keeps rewriting over the same stuff. And Rove does not care that it's a $200 camera, and they won't do anything about it. So I was wanting another dash cam, and a company reached out to me about a smart screen, and I said I do not want a smart screen. And I started reading about it, and well, this one's pretty awesome. So this one you can have navigation on. It's got the GPS built in, and it has a built-in dash cam. So pretty excited about that. This is a 2021 Outlander Sport. Like I said, don't needs to be clean, but it does not have navigation. It is very bare bones when it comes to that. I'm lucky it's got a reverse camera. So we're gonna open this up, take a look, and just go through it and see what my initial thoughts is. Yeah, I'm gonna, this is gonna be on the spot. I'm opening it now. I haven't even looked in it, so what I see is what y'all gonna see. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. All right, so here's the box. The screen's very well protected. Got a lot of foam around it, nicely packaged. The box comes with it, and then there's everything underneath that we need. So I'm gonna get this stuff out of the package, and we're gonna take a better look at it. So obviously we're starting with the screen. Very nice screen. Gives the support on the front, how to update and everything. The back, it's got the camera. The camera can move. You can position it around, raise it, lower it. It's really cool. And then this can mount permanently. That's like 3M tape. Or you can take that off. And it has a windshield mount, which what I'm going to be using. I don't want anything permanently mounted anywhere. So I will go ahead and say this has some very good quality for a dash cam. Obviously you don't have to have it set there. I'm just kind of gauging where I want it. I don't think that's going to be an ideal spot, but you get the gist. You can see the hood in here. I mean, there's plenty of position here that looks like the screen's tilted toward me more, but I mean, it sees plenty right now. Like, this grill to me is behind my pillar, so I would never see that. Just to show you, that's where the grill is. Camera's getting it. There's a trash can behind that mirror and pillar, and you can see it right here. So I am very, very surprised with that. So let's go home. So that feature is I am not a huge fan of, because when I press search, it wouldn't let me type up here. I had to search on my phone. Like, it literally popped up on my phone, search, and it'll pop up on the screen. It's not terrible. I'm not disappointing in that. I'm just saying that, it's not ideal for me. So you can search for, anything, whatever, and it'll tell you how to get there just like any GPS. So let's go home. Now we could, oh yeah, so that's what I was going to show you. I'm getting carried away. So now we can have the screen. Look, that mirrors my phone. So my Mustang background, I got that over there. So it's pretty cool. Do Android Auto, Android Cast, Android Play. I don't know what Android Play or AirPlay is, sorry. But it tells you how to set up all this stuff in each one. You can switch it over. I'm not really interested in any of that until it comes to GPS. The main thing I was interested in is the dash cam, which I think is amazing. But this has a few other features that, let's see. So you can set it up to play music. So like if your head unit wasn't working or whatever, you can have it play music. There's so many features that are available in this. It would literally take me all day to go through it because I'm not used to stuff like this. But lucky for us, it has a manual that tells you how to do all this stuff. So for a non-tech savvy redneck like me, you know, with my 30-year-old cars, I actually used to build computers. I used to be pretty tech savvy, and I just got out of it. I still know a lot about computers. I just don't know a lot about Android and iPhone because I don't care to. But again, no fault of this unit. This is a great unit. I'm extremely satisfied. I love the dash cam. The display is huge, and I love that there's navigation, and that's going to be very beneficial when we go on trips. We love going on little trips. My wife is battling health issues, so when she's able to get out, we take advantage of it, and we'll, you know, go to the beach. We'll take a trip. We'll go back to where we lived in Ormond and Daytona and just go around and just see things. And, you know, sometimes we try new places and we don't know how to get there. So, yeah, extremely happy with this. I tried another unit similar to this not too long ago, and that placed the dash cam in the middle where the bar is. You couldn't see nothing. If you flip it where the bar was out of the way, it did not flip the screen. I don't know if this one flips the screen. I haven't tried, but you know, curiosity. Let me see real quick. It indeed does not flip the screen either. Why? A basic $20 tablet, a cell phone, has the ability that when you flip it, it flips the screen. You would think if you wanted the camera in a different position and you wanted to flip the screen, that should be allowed, but it is not. But regardless, that is not, I wouldn't say it's a negative against this. It's just baffling to me how it's a, you know, a smart unit that does not know to flip. So one of the stupid flaws that I've noticed in this is almost the same as the other one. Now, the other camera was right in the middle, but if you look, that's the arm that mounts this to the window, and it, you know, if you get it out of the view, you're not accessible dash cam view if you have it this way. Now, if you flip the camera itself flips, but the menu does not. So that's kind of a bummer. Let me go to settings. Storage, infinite format. Split screen. I got excited. I thought that was a split screen driving position. What is that? Left rudder or right rudder? I don't know what that means, but screensaver. Yeah, there's nothing to flip the screen at all. So that seems to be the only position that I have found where there's enough articulation in the arm. Because if you look, that's as far up as it'll go. It will not tilt anymore. So it is leaning forward. But that's the only place where you don't get the arm for the dash cam. Now, if you're not using a dash cam, I mean, that's no issue whatsoever, right? But this is still, to me, this is This is a bummer. It really is. Now, I could mount it straight to the dash. And, you know, if you're not opposed to mounting it, putting a mount on your dash, that's not going to be an issue. It does come with another one of these in case you ever have to take that off, I guess. And it's got a tool. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I tried suctioning it to the dash, and you don't get enough articulation to get the arm out of the way. Hang on, you know, I'll show you. By the way, like I said, that's super sticky. It is a pain in the rear to get off. Angle it sets that on the dash because you can't, like, that's as far as it goes. So you're looking at the dash. I don't think that's the actual definition of dash cam. So let's see if I can. So I brought that up, which doesn't really change the angle of anything. Okay, so I can turn that up a little bit, and that's a little bit better for a dash cam. That's not terrible, honestly. I could live with that. Doesn't leave a blind spot because it's an actual camera. And the navigation would be right there. It does have an aux, so you can bring it down, plug it into your factory stuff. If your factory stuff had an aux, I don't think mine does. Like I said, just bare bones, cheap car. I could deal with that right there. It gets very wide view, gets what I need. That wouldn't be too shabby, I don't think. So, as you can see, you know, there's some improvements. That's going to be for everything. The arm does not have enough articulation to tilt the screen in a few places. If you're okay with permanently mounting it to your dash, which I've seen a lot of these permanently mounted to a dash. When I walk through Walmart parking lot, you just glance over, and a lot of these, you know, they have it looking like it's a feature of the car. And that's great. That's understandable if that's what you want. It's not what I want, but if that is what you want, it mounts close enough to the screen because it's right to the screen. You don't ever see the arm. It's never an issue. Very great feature if that's what you want. Mounting on the windshield, I can only mount it high, and on the dash, this is pretty much where only place I can get it to where it's, you know, looking good. If you only want it for navigation, Android Auto, things like that, none of that is going to matter. You can put it pretty much any position you want. You can mount it vertical. I don't care. The point is, if the camera is not an issue, you're not going to run into any of these issues that I'm pointing out right now. The dash cam was the main feature that I wanted. That being said, still think this is a good unit. I'm still going to use it. I'm still happy over it. And no, I'm not saying that because they sent it to me. If that was the case, I would reach out to a dash cam company, or, you know, accept an offer from a dash cam company, because there's two in there right now. It's just, you know, the little bit added features that a dash cam don't have, like the navigation, that's keeping me saying, you know, I'm going to keep this and I'm going to run this. Probably not for my Mustang, but if I decide, hey, I'm going on a trip, going to Mustangs at Daytona, whatever, I want my dash cam rolling, I can easily take this out, put it over there, and have the same features. Y'all be the judge. What do you think? Again, if you're in the market for a smart screen, consider this. All these, I've been through 3 of them. All of them have some type of articulation. Note where the camera's mounted on the screen. If it's in the middle, do not get it, because the arm is in the middle and it will interfere if you are going to use the dash cam feature. If you're not, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Or if you're going to mount it to your dash permanently, it doesn't matter, because like I said, that mount is very close to the unit itself. So It literally, that's all that it's, so you don't have this big arm that comes out or anything like that. So if I were to do that, none of this would be an issue at all. So I hope this helps somebody if you're in the market for a smart screen. Again, I will leave a link in the description. And you know, I tried to go over the pros and cons of both. The only con I see is just the mounting, and I can't really put a strike against that because not everybody's going to buy this for a dash cam. They're going to buy it for navigation. They're going to buy it for CarPlay. They're going to buy it for Android Auto, not a dash cam. But anyways, link in the description. Hope you like what you see, and keep modding. We out.
Turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I won't